Hello and welcome to the channel. Whether you're new here or a regular viewer, I'm super excited to have you join us today. If you're looking to improve your English and learn how to think and speak in English more fluently, you've come to the right place. I know learning a new language can be challenging, but today we're going to make it a whole lot easier and a lot more fun. So, if you're ready to take your English to the next level, be sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Let me tell you, learning to think and speak in English is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It's going to help you in conversations, presentations, and even in your career. So, let's dive in and unlock the secrets to speaking English like a pro. To begin with, it's important to understand that speaking in English goes beyond knowing words and grammar rules. It's about training your brain to think in English naturally. Think about it. Native speakers don't translate from their first language to English. They just think in English. The same is possible for you. When you think in English, you'll stop needing to translate in your head before responding. This will help you speak more quickly and with greater confidence. You'll be able to form sentences on the spot, just like a native speaker. And this is exactly what we're going to work on today. So, how do you begin thinking in English? It's not something that happens overnight, but with practice, it's definitely achievable. First, you need to surround yourself with English as much as possible. Watch movies, TV shows, and YouTube videos in English. But here's the key. Choose content that you enjoy. Watching something you're interested in will keep you engaged and help you remember phrases and words more easily. It's so much easier to learn when you're having fun. For example, if you love watching action movies or comedy shows, make sure to watch them in English. The more you enjoy what you're learning, the more motivated you'll be to continue. Also, listening to podcasts, audiobooks, and music in English can give your brain extra practice. Even if you don't understand every word, don't worry. The goal is to get used to hearing English and start recognizing patterns in the language. Soon, you'll begin picking up common expressions, idioms, and vocabulary that you can use in your conversations. Keep listening to different accents, as this will help you develop a more diverse understanding of English. Now let's talk about speaking. While listening and watching English content is important, speaking it is the best way to solidify your skills. The more you speak, the more your brain will get used to it. You have to practice speaking out loud, even if no one's around to listen. Start by speaking to yourself. Yes, I'm serious. Narrate your day or describe things around you. For example, while making breakfast, you could say, "I'm making scrambled eggs," or "I'm adding some cheese." This might feel a bit weird at first, but trust me, it works. The more you speak, the more natural it will feel. And over time, you'll find that it's much easier to think and speak in English. Another great tip is to try shadowing. This technique involves repeating everything a native speaker says while they're speaking. You can do this with YouTube videos, movies, or podcasts. Shadowing helps you get the rhythm and pronunciation of native English, and it helps you practice speaking without thinking too much. Over time, this will become second nature, and you won't need to focus so hard on your pronunciation. Also, use your new vocabulary. Make a habit of learning new words and phrases, and try to incorporate them into your daily speech. Even if you don't use them perfectly, the important thing is that you're practicing and expanding your vocabulary. While speaking to yourself is great, it's even better when you can have real conversations with other people. Speaking with others gives you immediate feedback, and that feedback is crucial for improving your speaking skills. There are plenty of ways to find speaking partners. You could look for language exchange partners online, join English-speaking clubs or discussion groups, or find someone who's also learning English to practice together. If you're lucky enough to know someone who is fluent in English, ask them if you can practice speaking with them regularly. And don't worry if you make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Native speakers are very understanding, and they'll appreciate that you're making the effort to learn their language. You can also ask for corrections during your conversations, so you can improve your speaking skills. We all face challenges when learning a new language. One of the biggest obstacles is the fear of making mistakes. But let me tell you this. Making mistakes is one of the best ways to learn. If you say something wrong, don't be discouraged. You'll remember that mistake, and the next time you'll get it right. Another challenge is vocabulary. You might feel like your vocabulary is too small to express yourself properly. Well, here's the secret. Focus on learning words and phrases that are most useful in daily conversations. Start with common expressions like greetings, introductions, and simple questions, and gradually expand from there. If you don't know a word in English, try to describe it. Use the words you already know. This is called paraphrasing, and it's a valuable skill to practice. For example, instead of saying, "I don't know how to say this word," try describing the meaning of the word. This will help you improve your speaking skills and make you more comfortable when you don't know exactly what word to use. All right, now let's talk about how to make thinking and speaking in English a regular part of your day. The secret here is consistency. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day for speaking practice. You don't need to dedicate hours, just a little bit each day goes a long way. You can start small. Speak for just 5 to 10 minutes a day, and gradually increase the time as you get more comfortable. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. Another great habit is to keep an English journal. Writing about your day, your thoughts, or anything that's on your mind in English will help reinforce your thinking and writing skills. It's a great way to practice forming sentences in English, and it'll help you become more confident in both writing and speaking. Plus, looking back on your journal after a few weeks will show you just how much you've improved. Don't worry if you make mistakes while writing. The key is to keep writing and practicing every day. Over time, your writing and speaking skills will improve, and you'll find yourself thinking in English without even trying. We live in a world where technology can make learning so much easier. There are plenty of apps, websites, and tools to help you practice thinking and speaking in English. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or Hello Talk allow you to practice speaking and vocabulary with just a few minutes of daily practice. You can also use platforms like italki or Preply to find tutors who can help you with conversational English. You can also find language exchange partners from all around the world. Websites like Tandem or Speaky offer great opportunities to connect with people who are learning English and who can help you improve your speaking. Don't forget to use YouTube. It's a fantastic resource for English learners. Find channels that teach English or watch English content on topics you're passionate about. The more you immerse yourself in the language, the easier it will be to start thinking in English. Finally, I want to leave you with a few closing thoughts. Remember that learning to think and speak in English takes time, but it's absolutely worth the effort. The key is consistent practice, whether it's through speaking to yourself, engaging in conversations with others, or using technology to your advantage. The more you expose yourself to English and practice speaking, the more natural it will feel. So don't